Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Nervos Network, the price charts, and I think that I wanted to create this video because I wanted people to know what to look for this weekend, as I may not be able to provide an update. First and foremost, shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, Weeks. They are a crypto exchange, and full transparency, I do earn commissions off trading fees if you use the affiliate link, so know that. It doesn't cost the user anything extra. I just get a little cut, and it's a great way to support the channel. So if you're looking for a new crypto exchange to trade on, check out Weeks, see what you think. There'll be referral links in the description and, of course, up top above me. So with that said, guys, this is a really nice exchange. I've been using it over the last few days. We just partnered this week, so I'm pretty excited for it. Follow these guys on Twitter at @WeeksOfficial, Weeks_official, and for more information. Now, Nervos Network, guys, is going to be in Dallas, Texas, November 11th through the 13th. I'll be there. I'll be there hanging out by the booth. We're going to be shooting a bunch of content. I would love to see you there if you're going to be around that neck of the woods. So Nervos Network is a sponsor of this mining conference. And I'm so bullish on this because they've got really good stuff. And I'm into crypto mining. I haven't mined or turned on my miners for quite some time. But once the price bumps back up, of course, I'm going to turn them on. But this is just a great opportunity to see what the industry, the mining industry, is coming up with for solutions to brand new miners, to like all this new hardware and tech. So it's going to be a great conference, to say the least. A lot of cool stuff going on there. So follow Nervos Network at Nervos Network. And I did see them repost this tweet from Omega HQ. And it says, Omega V1 is live now with full support for RGB++, which is really cool. Cypher, who was one of the founders of Nervos Network, he and his team, it might have just been him, he's a phenomenal cryptographer, but he might have been the one that actually created this, and I'm sure some people from his team did help as well. But he basically took RGB and really gave RGB a crazy overhaul, and he turbocharged it. And to honor that, he named it RGB++. So with that said, this is going to be an interesting situation to see how this unfolds and how the community reacts to it and uses it. Yeah, say the least. TokenTracker.net. This is my application where you can track your portfolio. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but we've had 200 site visits today, which is great. We've had about 4 new members in the last couple of days, so we're getting a lot of traction. People are using TokenTracker.net, I'm proud to say. And I've also thrown up a new market prediction channel. This is a paid channel. If you want, you can check for it in the description. But this is where I'm going to be dropping all my super alpha calls like I'm about to show you. And this is where I'm predicting accurately, so accurately, reversals and things like that. And here's a perfect example. On this post I made a few days ago, you can see, I said, hey guys, watch out for Friday the 24th. This is all UTC time. I trade on UTC time only. And this is at 6 a.m. So, well, what ended up happening here, guys, is that you can see, I was telling everybody, watch out for a reversal, a key resistance. And that's exactly what happened at that time. I don't think there's anybody else out there that can do crypto TA as well as I can, especially when it comes to analyzing everything as a whole. And we're going to get into what you're seeing here. But this is a paid channel. Like I said, it's $10 a month. You can go ahead and join. I'll leave the link in the description below. Chances are you'll probably lose $10 a month trading without the information. Not financial trading advice, I have to say that. But my strategies and my software that I developed has proven itself time and time again. In fact, I don't think it's ever been wrong yet, which is crazy to me. So here we go. I've got a nice little chart drawn up for you guys. This is what's called a bearish Gartley pattern. And this is a harmonic pattern. And interestingly enough, I'm like looking at some of these points and they're very close. So I think that there could be somewhat of a move here. And what's interesting is after this really tragic fall of price, we've seen, if you see all these lines here, these were all my forward thinking predictions on what I thought was going to happen. And you can see how well they actually did. Very well. I'm very shocked. So they're doing very good, these predictions. And I ran some stuff in my calculator and software, and I'm thinking this is going to be the play. I'm thinking that we're going to see possibly price action, and we're going to talk about an inverse head and shoulders here in a second because I just noticed that. But I think that we could possibly see price of CKB come down and test this trend line right around that 0.001329-ish area. I've got a buy order set at 0.00315. We might see CKB kind of run the ladder here up to around the 0.0036. I'm going to be out of the trade at 0.0036 for sure, right around that area. But my thoughts here are that once this executes, and my software is telling me that on October 25th, around 1545 to 1600 hours UTC time, that we're going to see bearish or bullish momentum starting. There is kind of a little corrective wave that is right here. So this wouldn't surprise me. And they call this a bearish Gartley. And it's not because, and you might be thinking, well, how is it a bearish? How is this bearish? You know, we're seeing the price projecting to slingshot. Well, the starting point is high, right? And we're seeing this bearish price action. And so that's where it gets its name. Towards the end, yeah, you're going to see some nice bullish momentum, but there's also an opportunity for price to kind of fall. And so all this is all on the 2-hour chart. So I'm expecting maybe by Monday, UTC time, about 1400. It'll be interesting to see if we do indeed land up here. We'll see what happens. I'm either expecting this to come down to right around this level and bounce because the price is squeezing. There's a symmetrical triangle. Or I'm expecting maybe something like this to occur. There could be some Elliott wave theory that is maybe forming or something like that. But regardless, the software is telling me that bullish, bearish momentum will be starting. Of course, there's no way to predict if it's bearish or bullish. Can't do it. But we can look at setups and we can try to decipher the cryptoverse. And I've got it figured out pretty well right now. So I'm seeing harmonic patterns. I'm seeing a squeeze. The software is telling me bullish, bearish momentum is going to start tomorrow at around that time, 1600 UTC. And so I'm thinking that we're going to get a nice bump here. So we're going to see what happens with this. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Nervos Nation. You guys, if you're interested in CKB, I mean, it's got so much going for it behind the scenes as far as its software is concerned. But check out Nervos Nation on X, and they've got a great Telegram group. So if you're interested in mining, if you're interested in learning more about Nervos Network, this is a great starting point to join. Tell them Six Figs sent you, and we'll see you guys all on the next video. I'll try to squeak one out this weekend at some time if the markets get volatile, especially. Actually, there is one thing I wanted to show you guys is that my theory about going down to that 0.0031-ish area. This is a liquidation heat map. And there's a heavy concentration of bulls right in this area. And the market makers, in my opinion, will have no trouble sweeping this. But then they're going to also want to start to sweep this area too. So this is another reason for my theory on how we might be seeing that 0.0031. And then I think we got a chance at, almost 0.0036. There's a lot of liquidity up here that the market makers want to grab. And these are all the bears. To me, it looks like there's a heavier concentration of bulls, just due to this little yellow heat map, than there are bears right now. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.